have. So I also keep some sunscreen and just some little cards that I got from when we were involved with PRI, just on emergency tips on how to care for wounds and CISM, critical incident stress management tips, things like that. In my front pocket, I keep my Bible, little first aid kit with some nitrile gloves, tape, liquid Band-Aid, just a few things like that, blood stopping stuff. I also have a list of things that if I have time, I want to remember. For instance, let's see, maybe a crowbar. If I had time to grab a crowbar, I would. If I had time to grab my cell phone charger, I would. So, you know, if you're kind of panicked or in a hurry or whatever, it's like quick, 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 you got to respond now. You don't necessarily think of all those things. So I made a list and I keep it right here for if I have time to use it. Now this would be the second most important thing next to water is some coffee and little bags and cream.
It never has a coffee maker, right?
No, but I could cook my own water. Tylenol and things like that. Oh, and I've got like some, a livestock marker, or you could use a lumber crayon or something in case you need to, you know, leave somebody a message or mark a trail or something like that. I've got some granola bars, some business cards in case I need to give my phone number out a lot and don't have a lot of little scraps of paper. Hand sanitizer, chapstick, things like that. So that's what I keep in my front pocket. In my side pockets, those are my headlamp and hand crank flashlight. And I also keep a knife. Useful for a multitude of things.
Is that like a hunting knife?
Yeah, like a little hunting knife. So, and actually, if I was really having to run, my hope is I'll remember to grab my purse and transfer some contents on the road. And I would transfer my wallet, and I've got a little can of pepper spray in there and things like that that I would try to get in my backpack and just ditch my purse along the way. Next pocket, I'll try to hurry. I've got a cheap poncho, some silverware, a couple of space blankets, extra in case I need to help somebody along the way. Wrist guard because I have carpal tunnel. If I need to do a lot of wrist stuff, I'll need this. And a whole bunch of earplugs. Very useful. Especially if you have to sleep around a lot of other people and they snore and make noise and things like that. Earplugs are very helpful.
Blanket that you were talking about?
Space blanket?
Yeah, what's that?
They're just these like little Mylar rescue blankets. You can pick these up for like under $1.
Really?
At Walmart, go in the camping section. You can order them online. I've seen them for as low as like 70 cents. They're really inexpensive and they're pretty warm.
The dollar stores, a lot of friends have a lot of what you've been showing.
There you go.
The little sunscreens and markers, all kinds of stuff at the Dollar General type stores.
Yep, so you can, you know, get started with a lot of things without a huge investment. Let's see. I've got some duct tape, some zip ties, you know, in case you need to detain somebody, or, I mean, zip ties are really, really useful in a crisis, you know, you just never know what you might need to do with them. And a couple of clothespins in case I want to, oh, there's that other copy I lost. I took this out, but it looks like it made its way back in on its own. I've got some Cipro and things like that left over from other trips. Hand sani type wipes. This is actually a shower in a little packet here. You know, it's just baby wipes. And you can take a pretty decent shower with baby wipes.
What was this Cipro? What is that?
It's like an antibiotic. Like if you're someplace where maybe the water gets bad or, you know, that kind of thing, Cipro will help you.
How long will it?
You'll know what Cipro is.
You'll get introduced to Cipro really fast.
How long will it last?
I don't know, but I had it, so I put it in my bag.
Sure.
Isn't it a prescription?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
The Cipro's
It is.
prescription, and in the amber vial, it's repackaged good for a year. That's the
There you go.
FDA standard.
What she said.
What she said. I've got
Good for a year.
my work gloves and goggles.
Or
A
longer.
2,400 calorie food bar. So this, you know, with my couple granola bars would last me 3 days. They're kind of like sawdust, but it will keep you from starving.
So have you,
And they're light. Here, pass
have
this
you
around, they're
eaten your
lightweight.
previous one? And how often do you rotate your food grid?
I have not rotated that. That's the original one that we've had since
You're
last
not
year.
rotating that in through your food supply.
It's
huh?
probably only a year old. So,
What's the shelf life?
You have to really be hungry to eat that
I
thing.
think the shelf life is really, really long.
Yeah.
So, I think they last for like 5 years. They're really good for a car kit because they can deal with heat. That doesn't affect them. I mean, they're pretty much indestructible. So I hope I don't have to eat it, but if I do, you know, I've got it. I've got it. So here's my little pot for heating up my water for my coffee, and little supply of Cliff Bars.
What kind of bars?
Cliff Bars. Yeah, they're pretty decent. I mean, if you had to live on them, they're a little old, but let's see, one bar's got 240 calories, and they've got some protein in them, and they're decent. They're all right. Yep. Let's see. Then in my interior, yeah, that's okay. Just throw it on the floor. I keep my identification, copies of my passport, driver's license, a utility bill. Because if you had to evacuate your neighborhood, you may have to prove your residency to get back in. So a utility bill will prove that you actually have rights to go there. You're not a looter, you're not a crazy person,
What the deed
you
to our
actually
house?
belong. Pardon?
I have a copy of the deed to our house. Is
That works.
That works. That works. That would absolutely work. So, and just some little document. I've got Social Security cards for my whole family. So if my kids were separated from us, we, you know, have some proof that they actually belong to us.
The insurance cards.
Copies of the actual cards.
Copies. They're
The
copies.
insurance cards. Do those?
Yes, they're medical cards. And then some cash. You're supposed to have at least $100 cash.
$100
Is what's
cash.
recommended. And so we do our best with that.
Can they be copies too?
That's what we did.
Then I have just a little sheet, a travel size sheet. It's like a real quick dry type thing. So if it became wet, it wouldn't you know, be all soggy and gross forever. My rain gear. Very, very important. This could save your life. Because if you get wet and it turns cold, you could, your body temperature could go down in a real hurry, and you could really become endangered in a short amount of time. So rain gear is super important. Here I've got a pair of zip-off pants. So I've got shorts and pants all in one. Set of underclothes with an extra pair of socks. One moisture-wicking t-shirt. And the other really important thing,
Next to coffee.
some TP, and then just some general toiletries. A week's supply of my medication I take. Very important if you take medication to remember to put some in your go bag. Very, very important. And then I think, not just general toiletries. Oh, but I will tell you this one thing here. This is I think a good little tip that maybe not everybody would think about. But I have like some dental work, and so like I need to floss a lot. But if you're in a disaster and you can't wash your hands, it's really icky to put your hands in your mouth to floss your teeth. And even if you have like antibacterial type stuff, that kills germs, but it doesn't wash the dirt off. And so